Okay, sorry my video got cut off there, but that's all right. Yeah, so I can't quite remember where I left off there. But yeah, essentially, I just felt like this is kind of just important stuff to touch on. And, you know, so, kind of lost my train of thought, but this is okay. So, you know, I've been in a lot more, you know, I've been in a better position, I would say, than even a lot of other people. Like I said, I've had my dog for that extra level of protection, body heat, etc., etc. You know, these past couple days I've been just at a family member. They've been letting me crash in their garage, which is awesome. It's given me, my body, some time to catch up with itself, some rest, and I'm like right there. I'm like that close. So been feeling a little bit more human. And she's scratching at the door. She can't quite come in here. I'm just inside. I'm doing some laundry and whatnot. But you know, so my my trade by profession, I am a registered massage therapist, and completely like therapeutic massage therapy. You know, in the past couple of years, just due to my own traumas and, you know, in and out of the workplace, you know, it's been actually quite difficult for me even to do that job, particularly with male clients. And so even now when I'm doing, you know, massage, I prefer female clients, just for that reason. And so I bring that up because, you know, so even as of recently, like I've had some clients, particularly one client who, you know, I was supposed to go do treatment for him, and he wasn't, you know, he was not wanting to pay my standard rate, which is like $85, and that's like GST included, yada yada. And, you know, his, you know, reasoning being, you know, like he had a crush on me, and he really just kind of knew what situation I was in, you know, being homeless and whatnot, and he really just wanted to, you know, help me out. And also, you know, his insurance only cover, you know, he goes through way more massages than, you know, his insurance even covers. And you know, he didn't think his, you know, and you know, and he could give me a lift as opposed to me, you know, finding my own way there for mobile massage and whatnot. You know, in which case, like, right there, you know, and like that's just like a perfect prime example of, you know, being, you know, especially like a woman, you know, say being taken advantage of, you know, due to circumstances, right? I mean, he knew that I was in a more vulnerable, you know, position, you know, and for me right away, I declined, you know, because it's, as it is, like I said, I don't like, to do male, treatments anyways anymore, right? I prefer just strictly females. It just feels better for me, feels safer. But, you know, so he immediately knew of my situation, my vulnerability there, and somehow thought that because of that, it somehow made my treatments and my knowledge, my experience, you know, less valuable, I guess, as well. He did mention like he had a crush on me, which right away I'm just like, nope, right there, because that's just not what it is. And it's you know, not even, you know, don't be afraid to hold up your morals, your values, your standards, you know. And I don't care how cold hungry you know, or whatever that I am, you know, it's like, that's just not something that I would ever trade, period. You know, that's one thing, you know, you can take any kind of material possession from me, but that's one thing that nobody can take from me, right? And, you know, and I take my profession very seriously. You know, it's taken many, many, many moons for us to even, you know, come out of this, you know, uh, stereotype or whatever, you know, and to actually be considered, you know, a health practitioner, you know. So yeah, so, you know, I mean, I could go sell a picture of my dirty socks, you know, for $65. You know what I mean? So hashtag follow me for more SPs. So, but you know what I mean? It's like, so it's just, yeah. So, but that being said, you know, I just kind of, you know, these events, you know, this year has just really highlighted for me, you know, how much that, you know, it's like women and in any other kind of vulnerable minority, whether it's addicts, you know, LGBTQ, homeless, mental health, you know, it's like really puts a lot of people at risk. And, you know, not, and it just doesn't matter who you are, you know, in that type of situation, you're immediately vulnerable and at risk. And that's just what it is. And I think that's something that really needs to be, you know, addressed and within the communities, you know. And like I said, you know, the further in you go, the further down, you know, the ladder you go, you know, the harder it is to get out, the harder it is to just get back to like a square one, you know, something as basic as like, you know, just being able to show up for yourself, let alone, you know, the world, and get things going, you know, especially if you don't have other assistance or help, you know, such as I have had. And even then it's been extremely difficult. You know, it's been cold, it's been a lot of things, you know, but it hasn't been hopeless. So, but with that being said, you know, that a lot of what has happened, a lot of my year, it has just kind of pushed me to, you know, go after, you know, my dreams, my passions, you know, and a bit of a change of, scenery, a bit of a change of direction as far as, you know, my career path and things like that. You know, I've been kind of slowly moving off of massage, and, you know, I consider myself a healer, you know, a spiritual healer, you know, sometimes a wounded healer. I mean, my life isn't always perfect, but that doesn't disqualify anybody from being able to make a difference in somebody else's life, right? And having walked, you know, some kind of a path. I mean, we all have a story, right? And it can be of use and of help to somebody else in their life. And so, you know, for me, I'm a medium, you know. I connect with the other side. I also, you know, in various ways, as well. You know, I do work with tarot and oracle cards as well. You know, a lot of people have had, you know, some negative things to say about that, but it's, you know, it's something that's held me and held space for me throughout my life, throughout my journey, especially, you know, these past couple of years that have been very difficult. And, you know, whether it's psychology based, whether it is, you know, spiritual based, whether it is, you know, it's just like another tool, another medium to use to connect with spirit, or to connect with the other side, or to connect with past loved ones or whatever, you know, much as any other tool. So, you know, and then so that's kind of where I am going to be focusing my time, my energy this year and moving forward, you know, is in that direction. And I'm very excited about it, you know. So with that being said, I hope that, you know, all of this wasn't too hard to follow. I hope it wasn't, you know, 200 speed. You know, camera is still something I gotta get used to, as well as, you know, I kind of just had, like I had mentioned, you know, I just particularly had that interaction with that gentleman there. And so it had my like adrenaline going. It had my, I was just wanted to give him a piece of my mind, but I didn't. I just respectfully declined. And yeah. So with that being said, I am shortly here going to release a video just doing a reading. Feel free to check that out. Also feel free to contact me if you would like to have a personal reading done. The videos that I upload and that I post for readings are just are their collective readings, so they may not completely resonate all the way through. They may not obviously be as personalized because it's for a larger collective of people, a larger collective energy that I'm reading for. So if you would like a personal reading, then I will leave the contact information below for you to get a hold of me to book one of those. And yeah, I think that's about it. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.